And we're back. Hello, hello, hello. All right. Also, we'll have to check what we do for the mythic rank, because I am not entirely sure right now. So the wicked, then dangerous knowledge, and walking on corpses. So dangerous knowledge is a dangerous sword. Sadly, the hand of the inheritor cannot heal her anymore, heal us anymore. But we'll see. We'll just go get Ember real quick. First off, what is the mythic path? Obviously, we will go with Lich. So we have a new mythic feat and new Lich powers. So what mythic feat do we have? Spell Pen. Spell Pen is great. Point blank shot can be good, but so far Spell Pen is very needed, honestly. I think I just need Spell Pen, right? I think I just don't think I can do anything without Spell Pen. Okay. Up to 3 rounds per day, Lich can make all spell cast ignore spell resistance and immunity. That's cool, but I don't know how good it is. Elemental. Elemental damage to negative energy, no matter what the source is. Death Rush. Combat Maneuver, nope. All Lich's natural attack, including one he makes in a polymorphed form, as well as melee touch and unarmed, deal 1d6 plus mythic rank point of unholy damage to the target's flesh rot. Eclipse's Chill. For 3 rounds per day, Lich can imbue all spell he casts for the power of Eclipse's Chill. Creature affected by such spell must pass a Fortitude saving throw, or become blinded and suffer cold damage, becoming vulnerable to cold and negative energy until the end of combat. That is very cool, but so this they must pass, like they could pass it, right? So in theory, right, because it's intelligence modifier, which is like 10, so that would be like 20, and then the mythic rank is like 30. Let's say it tops at like 35. 35 is not that great. I think so far it's deadly magic, but we'll see. Lich gains damage reduction 10 whenever an enemy lands a hit on the Lich. That enemy becomes cursed with decaying muscle. Magic Devour. Lich gains spell resistance 25 plus whenever an enemy fails a check made to overcome the Lich's spell resistance. The next spell Lich would cast or next Kinetic Blast becomes quickened. Whenever the Lich activates this ability, all of his Kinetic's Blast and Alchemist Bomb deal an additional 1d6 negative energy. Trained Sneak Attack. Okay. Undead Mount. That would be cool. Weapon of Death. Lich can enchant item he wears with Bane living and nullifying special abilities. So I think the one we take is Deadly Magic. Okay, so she has a lot of charisma. We don't need this because I'm doing this already. She can do the other lore. Why not? Why not the other lore? Hmm. I mean, I'm literally doing random stuff right now. I'm literally doing random shit right now. Okay, we'll just deck her out for now. For sure. We'll just deck the shit out of her. Does she not have spell penetration? Acquired already. Okay. That makes it a lot easier. Dodge, why not? Unless there's something else. Nah, that's fine. Woljif, what the hell do we give you? This, sure. Camellia, what the hell do we give you? Perna Strike, Weapon Finesse. Aru, roo. Deadly Aim do be good. Weapon Focus could be also great with Longbow. So that is like a +1, and that is what? That's more damage, and that's more hit. I think we'll go with the hit, honestly. Delamere, you are going to take... So we have point blank shot mythic. We have mythic sneak attacker. I think weapon focus mythic is just great. Like one more chance to hit is so important. Spell pen. Yeah, spell pen. So that would be good. Or that weapon spec. So we're gonna deal a lot more damage now. And Scylla, however little she stays, she will help us. Dodge, I guess? Nope. Okay, so with this done, we will head to the girl. Also, how long did we go? We're now at 4 hours. That is great. We'll go in. We'll be like, hey, what's up? My companion Ember would like to speak with you.
Ember? So that's her then? Well, approach. I have heard you bleating your pathetic prayers at me. You have some nerve addressing me with such nonsense. Did you think I would simply repent? Renounce my status as a demon lord? Do you have any idea what I had to do to acquire it? Wait. What is this?
What? Tears are rolling up down Ember's cheek as she sniffles noisily. She presses her maimed hand against her heart, and she stares up at Nocticular, her fragile from shudder from weeping.
I can't stand these noises. Do you think you're the first to try to move me with a display of tears? It only makes me angry. If you wish to speak, then wipe your nose and speak clearly.
I know what you had to do to others and to yourself. I'm so sorry. So sorry. If only I could ease your pain somehow. Calm your sorrows.
So, where were we? My pain? My sorrows? What nonsense are you talking? Don't tell me you pity me.
I'm so sorry. You're the most miserable soul I've ever seen. I've seen people burned alive. People being devoured by monsters. People burying their children. They were in pain. So much pain. But I've never seen anyone in as much pain as you.
What is this sacred drivel? What do you even know of me, Nat?
I've seen your city. You were the one who built it. It is the way you wanted it to be. It holds all of your dreams, all of your heart, and everyone in this city is suffering. Everywhere, all the time, every minute. All who live here are hurting and scared. If these are its citizens, how miserable must its ruler feel?
And this is what you brought her to me for. You think this infantile sniveling is worthy of my attention? Some jest. What if it amuses me to hang her upside down above a pit of ravenous larvae? So, what do you suggest I do, preacher? Beg the good gods' forgiveness? Devote myself to serving a sword-swinging upstart, perchance? Or that old crone, the moon?
No. Gods can't help anyone. They're just like us mortals. Silly, frightened, clueless. You're almost goddess yourself. You know better than anyone that no one can save you. No one except you.
Save me? From what exactly?
From yourself. From what you've done to yourself. From the city you've imprisoned yourself in. Listen! You are a queen, but you're the queen of pain and filth. Your realm is a realm of your own suffering. You're almost goddess. You can do anything you want. So why won't you make yourself happy? You could become the Redeemer Queen. Do you think she took my words to heart? I suppose you're right.
I told you to get out! I don't want to hear your squeaky voice again!
follow if you dare.
Okay, do we have everything? Yeah, we do. I'm gonna reload, so don't worry. I'm just gonna see if we can take Ember, like not, how do I say? If Ember is stuck in our party or if we can change the party. That's the only thing I want to check. I'll read the whole thing after. No, it appears we are stuck with Ember. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to go all the way back to the Nexus, leave, and come back with our great Wenduog. So that's what it takes. That's what we'll do. Great. So we'll go back to the portal. Yada yada yada. Ugh. Man, we've literally spent all day playing on this. I could use this if anything, right? I don't know how much better it looks. Does it look better at all? Like, does it feel like it's sunny? I don't know. Oh, whoops. I could be like this. Depends on what looks better. We'll keep it like that for the time being. It's like with this thing. Well, this is gonna last forever. This lasts forever. This lasts almost forever. With this thing, it's better to have a lot of casters in the party, I feel. But could be worse. Never mind. It annoys me. The light annoys me, and it's not doing much more, in all honesty. So we'll just keep it up for the moment. Okay, and back we go. Oh lord. So we'll probably clock in at 5 hours on the stream. I'll probably finish the Abyss or whatever later on. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. So the goal with Greater Enduring Spell is not that some random buff will last 24 hours, it's that haste will last 24 hours.
A bright future awaits us.
Alright, so I legitimately think we are good to go now. So, let's quick save, and let's go. And now we're gonna read the whole thing. The route marked on the map connects Alinitia to Colifir with a black line. It is straight and steadfast, just like the commander himself, determined to catch and slay his enemy Ebzamira, Baphomet's daughter, at all cost. The commander's crew looks impressive and menacing. A gang of ardent sky wolves and experienced aeronauts handpicked by Nocticula. Even the ship itself has a predatory silhouette of a military craft, not to mention a stockpile of supplies and formidable arsenal. The voyage is only just underway, but the commander and his crew are already facing their first challenge. Having spotted the lone ship, a flock of harpies rise from the coastal rock, armed with hooked talons and carnivorous grin. They rush forwards, quaking, eerie, ominous, and enchanting songs fill the air. The gaze of some sailor go blank as they cast away the lines and walk unsteadily towards the ship, broadside to step into the void where the sweet-voiced songstress are waiting for them. Even an experienced archer hitting a nimble harpy in midair is no mean feat, but somehow the crew manages to strike down several with well-aimed shot. The screams of fury drown out the enchanting song, and the crew drives the winged predatory away. The ship will away from the ship. With shrieks of disappointment, they continue circling in the distance for a while, but then head off in the distance in search of less dangerous prey. Many cultures consider malice and belligerence to be contagious disease. In the abyss, one particular place transmits such quarrel. In the air, like a noxious miasma, this place is Morrow Island, and the ship is flying right over it. Discord-sowing whispers fill the thought of every crew member. Sailors suddenly begin casting hostile glances at each other, which with muted but merciless brawls break out here and there, with almost zero provocation. Such is the era of Morrow Island, the heart of malice and disorder, a cauldron of the affliction known as strife. Tension and hostilities between the crew seems to grow by the second, and stabbing them seem imminent. For no apparent reason at all, a bloody and violent fight breaks out deck below in the blink of an eye, then ends just as quickly. The hearts of the victors filled with horror as they gazed at the sight of their comrades' lifeless bodies at their feet. The commander, who was just passing by, barely avoids a pointless death at the hands of a cleaver brandishing sailors. Had the blade swung a few inches closer, it would have buried himself in his heart, having reaped her bloody harvest from the ship. Mahar mercifully releases from its draft. Infuriated, the captain of Nocticula's ship draws his weapon and personally executes the combatant who dared to wound a guest, entrusted him by the Lady of Shadow. With a trembling voice, he assures the commander that the transgression will never be repeated. A hurricane of enormous proportion rages towards the ship, threatening to crush the boat like a neckshell. One of the sailors balks at the horrors spreads its wing, and swiftly flees the deck, hoping to outrun the terrible storm. The effort is pointless. An early tendril, a mere harbinger of the storm, full might, catches the fleeing demons, shrewd in his wing into a rag, and rips the flesh out of his bone. The wind catches the ship and draws it into a deadly dance. The elemental embrace lasts for hours, days, maybe months. Within the storm, darkness, and chaos of crashing salty wave, mere moments like an eternity, it feels as if the wild winds have subdued even time itself, twisting into a bizarre spiral. The commander can barely make out the dark shape of the island called Alir below, offering a chance that the ship might seek refuge there. But what danger might await the vessel on land? It would be smarter to make a valiant attempt to drive the ship through the raging element. The commander orders the ship to stay on course despite the hurricane. The abyss is filled with wild creatures that threatens the life of courageous aeronauts. Some of them are sentient, others less so. But while attempting to avoid them all, it is easy to forget about the mightiest and cruelest monster of all, the abyss itself. Merciless, destructive, and filled with rage. The ship is buffeted from side to side, only ever a moment away from being reduced to dust between two colliding whirlwinds. The captain, handpicked from the expedition by Nocticula, is eager to prove that the Lady in Shadow made the right choice. Standing by the wheel, the Skywolf confidently steers the ship through the hurricane, craftingly dodging whirlwind and crumble of air like the ends of a double kneader. He directs the ship towards a barely visible spark of light dancing in the gloom. The spark keeps glowing until it turns into a hole into the fabric of the hurricane. Battered and beaten, the ship barely breaks free from the storm's iron grip. Many sailors have been torn off the rigging by whirlwinds. A giant crack gapes in the hull, and some particularly damaging gusts have blown away the quarterdeck. Judging by the captain's observation, the hurricane has blown the ship too far to the far south of the archipelago. The storm-battered vessel requires urgent repairs, and the stock of provision and drinking water was not intended to support such an unpleasantable journey. Is this where we are? Like... Anyways. The lookout points to a violet glow on the horizon, the source of a series of glaciers which, thanks to the unique optical properties, refract lights and produce an amethyst glow that is visible from a great distance. This colossal natural beacon of giant purple, home to pirate and slaver. One such aurora is an aircraft emerge from the clouds to intercept the commander's ship. Numerous spikes impaled with writhing flayed body decorate the pirate ship, and it looks like the cells are made of the skin of the unfortunate victims. A huge symbol on the ship indicates that the ship belongs to the cultist of Dragon, Shadow Lord of the Sea. Dagon, Shadow of the Sea. With bloodthirsty screams, they advance upon the commander's vessel. The commander tries to hide the ship. With a risky maneuver, the commander manages to change the course and direct the ship into a dense cloud that could safely conceal the ship from an enemy. After spending a couple hours searching for their hiding prey, the pirate finally gave up, deciding to hunt a less elusive victim. Caulifear is straight ahead, but supplies are running short. The crew plans to replenish them on the forbidding island of Vasglar. Once Vasglar was quite an important island, covered in ruins of abandoned city that hid both unimaginable treasures and horrible dangers. But the abyss is ever-changing, so now Vasglar lies flooded, and the veins of Nigerian crystal hidden in the depth have been depleted at the hands of Ebzamira's proxy. All the crew can see is a lonely rock that sticks out of the water like a huge fang. On the summit, the crew puts a small complex tomb, and not far from that, a tiny village by the cliff. Yeah, a tiny village by the cliff. Just several houses that look like pale mushrooms with huge caps and round windows. The residents of these homes are most likely a gaggle of fishermen that live off Ishiar's bounty, and now they must be hiding within, afraid the visitors are after their property and supplies. We can't be sure that's gonna pan out, so we'll go this way. The residency of the settlement have no means of withstanding the raiders. Their pathetic resistance crumble in an instant, and the sailor return to the ship with sack full of useful supply. The corpses of those who were brave enough to fight floats adrift on the waves, attracting beasts hungry for fresh meat. Very soon, a pack of hungry monsters scales the cliff, forcing the crew to take off full sail and continue on their journey. Cauliflower is in sight! However, it is not the end of the expedition. Not for the commander. After all, journeys end in a safe port where the fortunate survivor may heal their wounds, quench your thirst, and drink away their loot. Cauliflower promises nothing of the sort. It is all grim rocks, gloomy caves, and the horrible creatures lurking within. One such creature notices the ship and takes flight. The beast is an umbral dragon. Its scarlet eyes sparkling rapidly, its jaws opening hungrily, and the airship seems a convenient snack for this monster. Order the captain who brandishes a huge harpoon to strike the dragon. According to the captain, he's dealt with monsters like this before. Aiming carefully, he sends the harpoon flying. The jagged hook blade pierces the monster's hide and sinks into its vulnerable tissues. The sailor grabs the rope, still tied to the harpoon shaft, then pull as hard as they can. Their powerful collective heave forces the beast to flip over in the air. Struggling, the dragon catches the rope with its teeth and quickly rips it out. But the right moment for its attack is already lost. The dragon loses the commander's ship amongst the cliff of Cauliflower. The airship finally makes contact with the stony ground of the island. With obvious relief, the sailor hastens to tie the ship to some stone stalagmite, so that the vicious wind does not hurl it back to the air. The night grows silent again, deadly silent, and it is unlikely that no one in Cauliflower has noticed the arrival of the commander and his crew. The expedition is over, but the tribulation of that fate has in store for the commander is far from over. Somewhere among these rocks is Baphomet's daughter, and she is gathering an army that will soon try to conquer Golarion. Dun, dun, dun. Hey, we did it. We did pretty good, actually. We did pretty good. I thought it would be harder than that, but we did pretty good. We're on Cauliflower, so I'm just gonna save real quick.
Rely on me.
Brave hero, come to my aid, I beg you. Okay, that is clearly a trap. Oh. Yo, she is a killing machine.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
I will resist.
I think these are gonna keep him busy for a little moment. Hey, they hit him for 0. Dope.
Don't hold back!
So it's gonna be like a huge maze. That's pretty neat. I'm down for a huge maze.
I'll take care of it. This will be quick.
Hey, my undeads are back!
I'll rip you apart!
Into the fray.
Prepare yourself.
The sailors! Bro.
They'll beg me to stop. The light, take you.
$44, that's fine. We'll get him.
Guide my hand.
Out of my sight!
So his bow won't, like, ever work, nearly.
No match for me.
Be in heaven. Guide my blade.
A corpse lies at your feet. It is wearing an old set of knight's armor, and beneath the open visor you see a shrunken, mummified face with thin, shriveled lips and sharp, angular chin. The dead man looks human, but even in death you can tell there is something not quite right about this feature. However, it is not difficult to imagine what he must have looked when he was alive. Resolute, proud, and courageous. Imbue the corpse with new vigor and raise him as your undead slave. Your power pours into the dead man's flesh. It fills the corpse, illuminating its dead eye with a crimson light, and causing its limb to shudder convulsively and dry wheeze from the dead man's chest. Who are you? Tell me the truth, you miserable undead. If you lie, I will destroy you. The undead man responds in a deep, resounding voice. I am Kestogyr. I was once faithful servant of Baphomet. Mistress Ebzanria commanded my unit to find someone. We were looking for a Galarian on an airship bound to Califir. Then I perished. I do not know who I am now. Who am I? From now on, you will serve me. As you wish, my lord. The knight makes an unsuccessful attempt to rise, but his body is too broken and mangled. Alas, I am currently useless to you. I sense the loss of certain part of my body. I need time to put things right, and then I will be able to obey your order. Who are you in your life? The look of pride flashes across his grey face, although his voice remains dry and impassive. I was once called Kestogyr, Mentiel. I was born on the material plane, far away from Galarian. I was a paladin in the Order of the Burning Fist. It was an honor to serve in its rank. My armor bore its insignia. We fought against the spread of evil, traveling across the plain to serve the grasping tentacle of darkness. I was a good soldier. I participated in numerous raids against the dark forces. However, an incursion into the Ivory Labyrinth led to my defeat, and I was turned into a weapon. That's where I became who I am now. How did you go from being his enemy to become his servant? We made a mistake. We did not know the danger that awaited us in the Ivory Labyrinths. The arrow fell like rain as we forced our way inside. and only 24 warriors survived the ranged assault. Then our path was cut off, and our many months we were forced to survive in darkness, wounded and filled with despair. We had to fight at every turn. Finally, we found a canal in the depth of the labyrinth. We seized the ship as it moved through the water and set sail, hoping the current would carry us away. But it was a trap. We were sailing straight into an ambush, and I knew about the ambush all along. Darkness had devoured my spirit, and Lord of the Minotaurs already had me in its thrall. I acted according to his will and followed his instruction. My comrade perished, and my beloved wife, my most faithful companion, was taken prisoner. I accepted my own fate. I was killed. But the memory of my wife kept my spirit from appearing in Pharasma's court. Baphomet saw what I had become, and bent me to his will. He made me his slave, and my brothers and sisters in arms were raised to undeath. They served as a unit under my command. The brand of the burning fist was removed from my armor and replaced with a 5-pointed star. That is my story. Sela looks grim, but says nothing. She gives Kestogyr a silent salute, but gazes at him for a long moment before she finally speaks. May the person you used to be rest in peace. By all account, he was a good guy. Do you remember anything about your home? I used to think my love for home was as strong as my mental as the metal of my armor. However, my armor is still strong and my memories of home are gone. All I remember is I thought it was beautiful. When you can move again, come and find me. I will obey. Once I recovered, I will set off. I will find you. Awesome.
I finished here. Is there more?
I do what I must.
Together, we stand.
I'm gone. We do it my way.
I'm glad I was useful to you.
So there is a thing for rest.
I'm
I
always
finished
ready.
here. Is there more?
Miss me already?
Magritium Turinos. Magritium Turinos. Magritium Turinos.
It removes only one negative level at a time. That's kind of rough.
Magritium Turinos.
Oh, that's not what I meant to do.
Magritium Turinos. Magritium
How much do you have to do this? -3? Jesus Christ.
Magritium Turinos. Magritium Turinos.
Is Restoration Lesser gonna do it? Is it? I don't know, I didn't check well.
Turinos.
No. Okay. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to do it the long and hard way. Sadly.